Welcome to Trout Towns, the show where I take you to some of the best towns across America for trout fishing. Each episode, we'll travel to a new town to fish two specific trout streams, from freestone to limestone to tailwater and everything in between. We'll also highlight some of the great American history as well as architecture illustrated by the towns which we visit. All that and more today on Trout Towns. On this episode of Trout Towns, we're in State College, Pennsylvania, your home base to fish some of Central PA's most storied limestone spring-influenced streams. Our first stop on this trip will be to the Little Juniata River. This large-sized limestone spring-influenced stream is surrounded by tens of thousands of acres of state forest lands and is well known as one of the top wild brown trout fisheries in the entire state. We'll then explore another legend in central Pennsylvania, and that is Penn's Creek. This is the largest limestone spring-influenced creek in all of PA, with a robust population of large-sized wild browns and plenty of public water. While in town, we'll explore some of State College's rich historical past, starting out as an agricultural community and the location for an iron furnace industry, before transitioning to a town dominated by higher education in the form of Pennsylvania State University's main campus. Lastly, we'll highlight some of State College's historically significant architecture, ranging from commercial buildings on the main thoroughfares to the impressive Beaux Arts and Federal Revival-style architecture indicative of University Park's historic campus buildings. Please join me today as we fish, explore, and embrace our very next trout town in State College, Pennsylvania. State College is located in Center County, Pennsylvania. This college town is dominated economically and culturally by the University Park campus of Penn State University. Geographically, State College is surrounded by large tracts of farmland and an expanse of the Appalachian mountain ranges and forests, namely Nittany Mountain, part of Pennsylvania's Ridge and Valley province. Being just a few miles away from Bellefonte, another Trout Town episode we've covered, State College is located at the approximate geographic center of Pennsylvania. Iron furnaces sprang up in and around the region, using the abundant timber, ore, and flowing streams. Some of these furnaces have been preserved and can still be seen today. As an example, the Scotia Iron Mines was the first large-scale iron ore operation begun in 1881, when Andrew Carnegie bought 400 acres from Moses Thompson, just 4 miles northwest of State College, in an area known as the Pine Barrens. Early success dwindled, and Carnegie sold the Scotia mining operations in 1899 to the Bellefonte Furnace Company, which operated it until 1909. It wasn't long before higher education took the place of iron as the new industry in the State College area. As my undergraduate and graduate alma mater, let me briefly provide some additional historical information and context for Pennsylvania State University and, by extension, State College. Center County became the site of a new college in response to a gift of 200 acres from gentleman farmer and ironmaster James Irwin of Bellefonte. Founding president Evan Pugh drew on the scientific education he had received in Europe to plan a curriculum that combined theoretical studies with practical applications. Pugh, along with several visionaries in other states, championed congressional passage of the Morrill Land Grant Act in 1862. This act enabled states to sell federal land, invest the proceeds, and use the income to support colleges, where the leading object shall be, without excluding scientific and classical studies, to teach agricultural and mechanical arts. In order to promote the liberal and practical education of the industrial classes in all the pursuits and professions of life, the state legislature designated Penn State the Land Grant Institution of Pennsylvania. But not until the 1880s, under the leadership of President George W. Atherton, did the college expand its curriculum to match the Land Grant Act's broad mandate. From that time onward, curriculums in engineering, the sciences, liberal arts, and more began to flourish. Penn State began offering systematic advanced degree work in 1922 with the formation of the graduate school, and by 1950, the university had won international distinction for investigations in dairy science, building insulation, diesel engines, acoustics, and many other specialized fields. When the school changed its name from Penn State College to Penn State University in 1953, its president, Milton S. Eisenhower, sought to persuade the town to change its name as well. A referendum failed to yield a majority for any of the choices proposed for a new name, so the town remained State College. Today, State College's economy is heavily dependent on higher education, and by extension, Penn State athletics, namely Penn State football, but also healthcare, retail, hospitality, services, construction, and government. There are also hundreds of thousands of acres of state forests, state park, and state game lands surrounding the State College area, with opportunities for fishing, hiking, biking, hunting, and many other great American outdoor pursuits. Now, with that brief history provided, let's go give the Little Juniata River the old college try.
All right, so just 30 minutes outside of downtown State College, we just got out to one of the top wild brown trout fisheries in the entire state, and that is the Little Juniata River. So this is a 30-mile long plus tributary of the Juniata River. It is influenced by underground limestone springs, which keeps the water very cool through the summer. It does have a very robust wild brown trout population. We are in a catch and release only section, beautiful stone bridges. We're in this neat little gorge surrounded by state forest lands. So today we're going to try some fly fishing. Right now I have on a 2-nymph rig. I have on a Frenchie and I want to say a Perdigon. I never know how to say it. Nice little indicator. If I see any fish rising this morning, it's about 7:30 a.m. We will switch to dry flies, maybe some Tricos. Anyways, I love this stream. It's one of the top 5 streams to me in the entire state, along with, you know, Spring Creek, Penns Creek, Big Fishing Creek, and the West Branch, Delaware. This is right up there in the top 5 as some of the most productive that we have. So let's get out here, start nymphing. Beautiful morning, and let's see what happens. So obviously, if you watched a Trout Towns episode, you know I'm a big fan of historically significant American architecture. And it's not very often, and when you're actually, you know, fishing, you get to see an example of that. But as you can see right in front of us, we have this beautiful stone arch bridge. Really well built. Oh, thought I had a bite. I think I almost got snagged. But yeah, just absolutely beautiful stone arch bridge. I've already seen 2 freight trains pass right overhead. So still an active railway for sure. But yeah, it's not every day you get to see neat architecture outside of the historical town you're visiting, so this is really nice. It'd be nicer if we started catching some trout, but it's a good start. All right, so no love yet on the nymphs at all, not even a bite. I just got to this flat, glassy section, and I am seeing some small fish rise. I don't even know if they're trout. It could be just like a fall fish or something. Not seeing a ton of bugs on the water through this section, honestly, but we're gonna slowly work our way up. Boom, just saw one right there. I did try tie on a little black trico. Ooh, that looked like a trout. Just tied on a little trico. And we're just gonna see what happens. They're kind of rising on this right side, so I'm trying to work my way over slowly to the left. It's a little deep in here, but that's okay. Finally got on my first fish. Hit a trico. I think I'm saying that right. Hit a trico. Woo! Long time coming. Feels like an okay fish. Maybe, yeah, probably about 8 or 9 inches maybe. Nothing crazy for the Little Juniata, but not bad. We will certainly take it. Oh, he's not bad. He's not bad. Might be like 10. Hit the teeny tiny, like size 20, 22 trico. Got him. All right, yeah, it's a solid 9-inch fish. So let's get the hook out of him, take a look at him, and get him out of here. All right, so after some trials and tribulations this morning, finally got on the board. Nice 9-10-inch wild brown. Let's get him right out of here. Decent fish for the Little Juniata, not bad. Beautiful wild fish. Let's get him right out of here. Woo! Just got another one. Hit the trico. Don't really play him too much. We're just trying to get him over here. Another 8 or 9 inch wild brown. We'll take it. We will take it. So that's not a bad fish. Not a bad fish. And we got him in the net. All right, so that's probably a little bit bigger than the last one. Let's get the hook at him, take a look at him, get him right out of here. Another solid, probably about 9-10 inch wild brown. Beautiful colors. Beautiful colors. Let's get him right out of here. See you later, bud. See you later. All right, so after catching two 9 or 10 inch wild browns on a dry fly bite completely ended. So we're in some relatively shallow riffles. I got on a very small indicator and a small Frenchie. Just one nymph this time. We're just gonna nymph some of this shallow water, see what happens. I know up here there's another section of flat glassy water that we're gonna try to dry fly fish if they are rising again. But for right now, we're just gonna tackle some of these shallow riffles and see what happens. Finally got a trowel on a nymph. Feels pretty good, doesn't feel bad. Feels pretty good. Definitely feels bigger than the other two for sure. Oh, don't want to lose him. Yeah, this one's not huge, but bigger than the other two. Hit the Frenchie. Oh, he's flashing pretty nice in the water. Really good colors on this wild brown. Yeah, a little bit bigger, nothing crazy, but we'll take it. Oh, there he is. Yeah, definitely better than the last two for sure. This guy's probably like 12, 13 inches. Ooh, yeah, dude, that's pretty nice. Let's see if we can get him in the net. Got him. All right, yeah, so that's probably a solid 12 inch wild brown. Real nice, hit the Frenchie. That's wonderful. Let's get the hook at him, take a look at him. Certainly the best fish of the three that we caught today. Hold on, bud, hold on. Solid fish, real solid. Probably 12, 13 inches. We're gonna get him right out of here. Sick fish, that's pretty nice. Get out of here, bud. Get out of here. All right, so we just got our first wild brown on a nymph, so that's great. Solid 12, 13 inch wild brown. Really great colors on that fish. We're almost running out of water to nymph because up here it gets real flat and glassy, and I'm not really seeing any fish rise, but we're still gonna stick with it. But that was great to see. Hit the Frenchie. Hit the Frenchie. They say the French always give up. I say, not today. Got another one. This hole has been really good to me. Not huge, but we'll take it. Little guy, probably the smallest of the day. Let's get him over here. Not even gonna net this one. This one's probably about 5 inches. Just quick take a look at him. Wet my hands. Hands are absolutely soaking wet, dripping with water. Oh, hold on, bud. Beautiful colors on these little guys. Nice fish. Let's get him right out of here. See you later, bud. See you later. Got one. Got a fish here. Doesn't feel too big. Probably like a medium-sized wild brown, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, it doesn't feel too big. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's not bad. Hit a black woolly bugger. Oh, got him. All right, so probably a solid 8 or 9 inch wild brown. Hit the black woolly bugger. That's wonderful. Let's get the hook out of him. Take a look at it. All right, so we just got a beautiful, probably 8 or 9 inch wild brown. Really great reds on this fish. Let's take a look at him. Really nice reds. Really nice reds. Let's get him right out of here. Whew. See you later, bud. Looks pretty good. Not huge, but definitely nice. Yeah, that's a nice one. Oh yeah, that might be like 12, 13 inches. Wow. If I can get him over here. Oh, got him. All right, yeah, that's a pretty decent fish. Not bad. I mean, they get much bigger in here, but that's a good 12, 13 inches. Let's get the hook at him, take a look at him. All right, so we just got a real solid fish. Probably about 12, 13 inches, nice and chunky and healthy. Let's look at this guy. Very nice. Very nice fish. Oh yeah, dude, that's a solid fish. Probably about 12, 13 inches, beautiful colors. Let's get him right out of here. All right, so as you can see, we are surrounded by beautiful Pennsylvania state forests. We have the highly productive limestone spring influenced Little Juniata River right here. We are gonna wrap up. We managed to catch 6 wild browns, probably up to 12, 13, 14 inches. So not a bad little day. Anyways, that's all we have, so let's head back to State College.
State College is dominated architecturally by the University Park campus of Pennsylvania State University, including the Farmers High School National Historic District located on campus. This district includes 37 contributing buildings, including the Old Main, built in 1930, the Patty Library, built in 1938, and the Schwab Auditorium, built in 1902, and many other associated buildings. Also, there are a number of fraternal, as well as classroom buildings, included in this historic listing as well. The buildings reflect a number of popular early 20th century architectural styles, including Colonial Revival, Classical Revival, and Georgian Revival. Within the historic core of Penn State, there are a few noteworthy buildings we'd like to briefly highlight, so let's take a look at them. Construction of the original Old Main building began in 1856, but was halted by the Panic of 1857 and was eventually completed in 1862. In its earliest days, it provided housing for students and faculty alike and contained a chapel, dining facilities, library, classrooms, laboratories, museum, and student association rooms. For 70 years, it served as the administrative center of the college, but by the 1920s, serious structural faults in the building had caused the upper floors to be closed. By 1929, it was torn down and the limestone blocks were reused in the construction of the new Federal Revival style Old Main. Today, the new Old Main building is the symbol of the university for alumni and visitors. 2 additional noteworthy buildings worth mentioning are the Schwab and Carnegie buildings. These fine buildings, built in the Beaux Arts style with their buff brick and decorated faces, were the first buildings on campus financed by donors. Charles M. Schwab was the president of Bethlehem Steel and responded in 1902 to the college's lack of a proper chapel by providing a sizable donation to finance one. President Atherton greatly accepted the money but decided it should be called Schwab Auditorium, foreseeing that most of the building's uses would be secular in nature. Here we have the Carnegie Building, the college's first library outside of Old Main, which was constructed in 1904. Trustee and steel magnate Andrew Carnegie was internationally known for donating library buildings to hundreds of communities and college. After the opening of the Patty Library, Carnegie was converted to classrooms and for other office uses. In addition to the historic core of Penn State University, there are a few additional noteworthy buildings included on College Avenue and some of the other main thoroughfares in State College. Here we have the famous Hotel State College. Visibly placed at the intersection of College Avenue and Allen Street, the hotel was built in its early rudimentary form in 1857 by Bernard McLean. Many firsts for State College took place in this building, including the town's first telephone and first telegraph, installed in 1885. In 1906, the establishment was renamed the Nittany Lion Inn, and 2 more stories were added, turning it into a 4-story brick building that we know today. The well-loved Corner Room restaurant joined the building in 1926 when new owners took over the hotel. In 1938, Warner Brothers opened the State Theater as a test market for new films. This state-of-the-art cinema was built in record time, just 4 months, After decades of success, the doors closed in 2001, indicating the end of an era. However, there were extensive renovations and community intervention in the early 2000s, which led us to today, where the State Theater is a vibrant hub of music, cinema, and live performances, the cultural heart of downtown State College and the broader Center County region. Lastly, we have the Brian Stover Building, constructed in 1926 in a Spanish colonial revival style. This building was owned and operated for generations by individuals engaged in the photography business. Now, if you'll indulge me for just a few minutes, we'll go on an architectural walking tour of State College, Pennsylvania, and then, I promise, we'll get back to catching some nice trout.
All right, so just 45 minutes outside of downtown State College, Pennsylvania, you can be on to Penns Creek. So Penns Creek is one of the not only top wild brown trout fisheries in the state of Pennsylvania, but frankly, in the entire mid-Atlantic region. It is the largest limestone spring influenced stream in all of Pennsylvania, has great aquatic insects, great hatches, a very robust wild brown trout population. We are in a section just surrounded by beautiful state forest land, so a lot of public land out here to do some fishing. For this time of year, late summer / early fall, as you can see, the water levels, the flow is just wonderful. We are starting out with our 8'6" 4-weight. I have a little indicator on top. We're starting out with just a Frenchie, maybe size 16, and some split shot to get down into the water column. And if I see any fish rise throughout the morning, it's about 9 a.m. If I see any fish rise throughout the morning, we will absolutely seamlessly transition to dry fly fishing. But anyways, just got out here. If we could pick off just a couple trout, I think that would be a wonderful little morning and late afternoon. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Just got my first trout. Kind of feels like a little guy, but that's okay. We'll take it. Hit the Frenchie pretty early on, which is great news. So let's see if we can get this guy in the net here before we lose him. And we got him. Okay, yeah, so that's for Penns Creek, pretty small, probably about 5 inches. Let's get the hook out of him, take a look at him. All right, so although it's not a big bruiser, we will take it. They're definitely hitting the Frenchie. So nice little 5-inch wild brown. Not bad, not bad. Let's get him right out of here. Get out of here, bud. I just got what feels like a decent fish. I mean, it's also because of the current, but decent fish. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Got him. All right, so we just got a nice, healthy, probably 12-inch thick wild brown. So let's get the hook at them, take a look at them. All right, so although they do get much bigger, we just got a really solid, probably 12, 13 inch wild brown. Beautiful, beautiful reds on this fish. Still hit the Frenchie. So that's putting in some work. Let's take a look. Oh, man, he almost got out of here. Hold on. Let's take a look at him. Hold on. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Hold on, bud. Hold on. Hold on. We'll get you out of here. Hold on. Great fish. Great fish. Beautiful colors. Let's get him right out of here. Get out of here, bud. Get out of here. All right, so we just got our second wild brown, probably a solid 11, 12 inch, really healthy, thick, beautiful colors on that last fish. Anyways, we're continuing to push up. I did see my first Angela Merkel, who was the Chancellor of Germany. But what I mean is, I saw my first angler, and God love him. I haven't seen him. I came up around the bend. I figured he'd be right in front of me. The worst is when you're fishing a stretch alone, someone walks by, and then they freaking plop down like right in front of you without any, disregard to where you were about to fish. God love this young bro who walked by. I haven't seen him yet, so he pushed way ahead. We got some really nice riffles in here. Still haven't seen any fish rise. So we're gonna stick with this Frenchie, which is doing a little bit of work. So yeah, let's get back out here and catch some more fish. Just got another brown. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Not huge, but he feels pretty good. Hopefully we can land him. He's real deep in these riffles. Trying to body him over here, but he's oh yeah, he looks pretty good, man. Pretty good. Oh yeah, he looks good. Got him. All right, another chunker, probably a little bit smaller than the last one, probably about 10, 11 inches, but beautiful reds as always. Hit the Frenchie. The Frenchie is really cleaning up out here on Penns, so let's get the hook out of him, take a freaking look at him. All right, so another quality fish here on Penns Creek. They do get much bigger, but this is a pretty solid fish. Oh, he almost got away. Sheepers. Well, he's got a lot of vigor, but as I've said probably too many times, we actually really like vigor on this channel. Oh, dude, look at this guy. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Real solid. That's pretty sick. Let's get him right out of here. Woo. Just got another one. Feels like a small guy, but that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, probably about 6 inches or so. Not even gonna net this one. Not even gonna net this one. We're just gonna wet our hands. Hands are absolutely sopping with water. Couldn't be any more wet. My hands. All right, let's take a look at this guy. Oh man, beautiful colors. Let's get this Frenchie right out of him. Hold on, bud. Hook right out of him. Let's get him out of here. See you later, bud. See you later. Just got another little guy. Probably the smallest of the day. Again, not gonna net him. Just gonna get him over here. Wet my hands. I think this is number 5 on the day. 2 bigger guys and 3 small guys. Hold on, bud, hold on. We'll get you out of here. Hold on. Wet my hands. Wet my hands. Continuing to hit the Frenchie. Nice little fish. Nice little fish. Let's get him out of here. fast forward a couple hours. It is now late afternoon. We left the state forest section of Penns Creek behind. We came downstream maybe 4 or 5 miles. I'm actually staying at my buddy Rados's cabin. Shout out to Rados for letting me come here early. Very, very nice. I'm actually going to see him and his wife later. Can't wait. Anyways, so we're out of the state forest section. We caught, I think, 5 wild browns earlier. We have a nice couple 100-yard stretch of Penns Creek to fish. We're going to stick with the Frenchie unless we see any fish rising. So let's get out here and keep fishing. Just got a fish. Just got a fish. Feels pretty nice, dude. Feels really nice. He's fighting pretty hard. Yeah, dude, this is a nice fish. Really nice. Holy cow. He's taking me on a ride. I really can't move him or her at all. Holy cannoli. This fish just has me pinned. Oh boy, yeah, this is a big one. This is a nice brown. Holy cow. See if we can get him over here. This is a nice brown. I'm gonna try to body him right over to the side here. Oh yeah, dude, that's a real nice brown. Holy cow. Within the first like couple of minutes being here, hopefully we can freaking land him, not lose him like a loser. Because as I've said many times, only losers lose fish, and that's true. Hold on, bud, hold on. And we got him. All right, dude, that's a sick fish. That's probably a 14, 15 inch. Nah, probably 13 inch wild brown. Let's get the hook at him and take a look at him. All right, so we got an absolute stud of a wild brown right over in these riffles. Let's quick take a look at him here. Probably about 14, 15 inches, really thick, really healthy. Let's take a look at this guy. Ooh, that's a nice trout right there. Yeah, that's real nice. Let's get him right out of here. All right, so on that last big wild brown, he literally jumped out of the net, so we did not get a good release shot of him, but that's okay. We got him in these nice, really nice riffles. Again, hitting the Frenchie, which is just terrific that they're just hitting this Frenchie all day. Anyways, we're gonna keep nymphing in this really fast water. It seems to be doing pretty well. See if there's any more fish lurking in here and see what happens. But yeah, that last guy got away, but that's okay. All right, so with beautiful Penns Creek right below us, it did start raining. I did see a little bit of lightning. We are gonna call the night a little bit short as far as fly fishing. You definitely don't want to be in the water when there are thunderstorms. Anyways, we managed to catch 5 or 6 wild brown trout, some of which were 12, 13, 14 inches, really healthy fish. Had a wonderful time out here, but that's all we got from this stream.
From all of us here at Trout Town, and by all of us, I sadly just mean myself, we'd like to thank you for watching today's episode. If you have any other trout towns you'd like me to visit, please drop me a comment in the comment section of this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see me visit other trout towns across this great country, please consider subscribing to the Traveling Trout Co channel to give my life meaning. Also, go ahead and tap that like button. Just give it a tap. Trout Town, brought to you by Traveling Trout Co, a company that's not really a company in any meaningful or significant way. Stay trouty, folks.